Hello YouTube, my name is Nick, and today I have some more metal stuff to show you today. It's going to be all vinyl today. I have about 5 trillion things that I could show you today, but I kind of wanted to just do a total vinyl video because it takes a little bit longer to show off than CDs, and I have about, I don't know, 30 CDs to show you. But these are some special vinyl, nothing too big name on here that I would consider. So let's get on to this first one. This one I've been waiting a good amount of time for, but it didn't take very long to get here, which I'm very happy with. This is an Aeon with Hypnosify. I love the artwork on this. I talked about their previous album, Extents, not too long ago. I just recently got into the band right before this album came out. Show you the full innards. I got the special edition version that also comes with a pretty nifty little patch. Has some words on it. And it also comes with a CD with 6 bonus tracks. See if we can get that on there. And this version came on a pretty delectable red vinyl. Let's see if I can get this out and show you. But yeah, this album is a little different than what I would have expected from the band. This is much more avant-garde than I would have expected. There was a lot more passages with tertiary instruments. There's a lot more clean singing in this. That's really unusual, but is really awe-inspiring, and I just can't get enough of it. The song Earth Tomb is one of the coolest songs I've heard all year. If you're going to listen to one song, either listen to that or this the last song, Phronesis Psychomagic. Just really awesome songs. If you want the more metallic side of the band, definitely listen to the last song. What's it called? Phronesis. There's a lot of weird stuff going on here. There's female vocals, there's male clean singing, there's like some opera stuff going on here. Also came with a big old poster. See if we can get this in here. Alright. Very cool. And it also came with a lyric sheet. Very thick, hard stock kind of stuff. There's the lyrics, the band photo. This band is just one of a kind. I mentioned in the video where I talked about Extents that I would compare this to like Malady meets Certs, but I kind of want to say that it's like Malady meets Psy, the Japanese uber weird band that I hope everyone knows. If you want some weird stuff that's not just like silly weird and actually has a ton of merit and talent behind it, check out the new Aeon. So this next album I have showed before. Excuse me, but I just recently got the vinyl. I didn't expect I would buy this, and once you see what it is, you might know what it is. This is the new Vector, Terminal Redux. If anyone knows me, they'll know that I was not a fan of Vector until this album came out, and this is one of my favorite albums of the year. It's extremely high on my end of the year list, and this is very close to being my favorite thrash album ever. This is essentially the premier thrash, technical, thematic album that I could ever possibly imagine. I saw these guys live a couple weeks ago, and they played the entire set, front to back of this album, along with a couple other songs because the crowd was so into it. But I cannot say enough good things about this album. There's been enough fellation already. There's not much else I can say. I've fallen in love with this album. This has been in my car since I bought it. And if you don't believe the hype, at least take my word for it. I also got a patch at the concert. The concert was just completely amazing. Maybe one of the best, if not the best, single sets I've ever seen from a band. The venue sounded amazing. The musicianship was as tight as any band I've ever seen in my life. And I cannot recommend Terminal Redux enough because it is a modern classic and a future placeholder for thrash bands. This next one is an old album that I recently got. I don't know how long this press has been out. but I just recently come across it on Bandcamp. It was released by Earache. Earache also released the Vector album, of course. But this is Croissant, or Coranzon, or however the heck you want to say it, by Akercok. Akercok is one of my favorite bands of all time. I have every single one of their albums. I really hope a lot of their other discography gets some vinyl love, because this was really well done. If you don't know Akercok, they're like a progressive black and death metal, sexy time, satanic, evil as heck band from the UK, I think. And they can do no wrong. They just recently reformed, actually, and I'm super hyped. But this version I got comes on a super delectable, very fitting red and black. I can't recommend Akercok enough. They're one of the most underappreciated bands in history, in my opinion at least. I know they're kind of popular, but I kind of wish that they would have got, like, Opeth popular. I always think of what would happen if Rape of the Bastard Nazarene came out a couple years earlier. But this next one I got is a little more popular, I guess, on the YouTube scene. A lot of people have shown this off already, but I was kind of late to buying this. So let's see if I can remember the name of this. This is Atomic Regurgitations from the Three Mouths of Humanicidal Hate by Tetragrammaton, Infernal Sacrament, and Lord of Depression. This has gotten a lot of traction for good reason. This is like horrendously raw, evil, blasting, cancerous music that's not for the faint of heart. Of course, it comes on this delectable triple gatefold, each of the bands getting their own mural of sorts. And this came on 3 different vinyl colors. It came on a swamp green, a red, and the one I got is like a, if I can find the freaking opening, there we go. On like a weird macaroni and cheese yellow, I guess. I forget what they called it, but I think it fits alright. I would have preferred maybe the red, just because it really fits the album artwork. But yeah, if you haven't seen this already, you might have been living under a rock, because this is some monumental evil music. I love the artwork. This will probably go in my vinyl frame in my room if it fits, because this is very thick, since it is a triple gatefold. Evil, nasty war metal, black and death metal, whatever the heck you want to call each of these 3 bands. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, for sure do yourself a favor and go check out that triple split. I don't want to say the name again. This next one I have showed the CD of, but I actually didn't know that this had a vinyl pressing until I stumbled across it, and I'm very happy that I did, because this is another monumental piece of music that came out recently. I'll take them out of the jacket before I show them off, because the sun is literally in that window right there. But this is Romantic Love by Dendritic Arbor. One of the most unique and inspired pieces I've heard in a long time. This isn't very long, but it gets its point across very effectively. I did show the CD of this. I think it was in my end of the year list last year. But this is so confusing to try to explain to someone who just doesn't listen to it. It's kind of somewhere in between like electronic and absu, a little bit of industrial, and noisecore and grindcore, and you just gotta trust me when I say you gotta listen to this to believe it. It's very, very, very strange. And this came on a colored vinyl, of course. I try not to show black vinyl besides that Vector, because Vector was just too good. It comes on this lovely magenta of sorts with some white and black and I guess brown splatter. Just plain white center labels. Just try not to blind you there. This album is just a modern classic, in my opinion. I can't wait for them to make more music. And when I bought this, they actually sent me a tape. I think this is a split This is actually unlisted anywhere that I could find, but this is a split between Dendritic Arbor and Infinite Waste. It kind of looks like it's hand done. I can't tell if that's just how the printing was made, or if it's actually just hand done. It's on a white tape with like handwriting on it. Again, I don't know if it's actual handwriting or not. I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet, but I'm assuming if Dendritic Arbor is on this, it's going to be good. But I have no idea of the quality of it or anything, but we'll find out, and I'll get back to you on that one. So if you haven't heard of Dendritic Arbor, and you like, again, really weird stuff, I feel like that's something I talk about a lot on this channel, is either slam or weird stuff. Go check out Dendritic Arbor, if you know it's good for you. This last vinyl I have here is one that I mentioned in my last update video that was kind of like a funny experience for me. When I got this vinyl in the mail, I also bought some other stuff with it, which I'll explain. But the box was so completely destroyed, it wasn't even a box anymore. The vinyl and the other contents inside were exposed to the elements, and it had been raining for weeks, or at least a week straight here. And I have no idea how this didn't get completely destroyed, because the box literally was not a box anymore. But this is the new Botanist split. The Green EP, I think it's called. Green Metal, whatever the heck it is. Yeah, EP3 Green Metal. It's a split with this band. I don't exactly know how to say their name, so I'm not going to try, but I will leave them in the description as well with Botanist. But I also bought a flag of this artwork and a back patch of this artwork, because I think this is just really stunning. It's kind of spooky, but who doesn't like something spooky? Botanist has always been kind of a percussion-driven band. It's his main instrument, I guess you would say. And this is some more awesome material from Botanist. I really love their style, or his style, whatever you want to say. Like post black metal, like shoegaze or something. Ambient, whatever the heck you want to call it. And if you order this through Botanist or the other band, they came in two different colors. The Botanist came in like this, kind of like a mushroom color. It has a specific name, like for a plant. I don't remember what it was called though, but it's like yellow with gold and black and brown, gray splatter. It looks very stunning in real life. It's kind of messing with the lighting a little bit. It's not translucent at all, so it feels really solid. I haven't listened to this on vinyl yet, but I have listened to this album a bunch. I usually listen to this when I'm at work, because if it's on Bandcamp, then it's work worthy, in my opinion. But this is very good stuff. I'm glad it got here without being totally exploded, because it's just dumb luck that it didn't. I don't really know who to blame. I don't think Botanist would do such a thing, because I have ordered from them in the past. But yeah, I'm lucky that it survived. So yeah, check out Botanist and check out the other band. See if I can get that in there. Again, it will be in the description. As always, something will always be in there for any band that I mention. So that is going to be the last vinyl. I hope you found something cool that you didn't know about. Hopefully my ramblings didn't carry on too long or something. So this is going to be the end of this video. I'll probably have a CD update video here shortly, maybe in a couple days. And I'll see you next time. Mwah.